Jackie, first of all, condolences to you, because we all mourn the passing of the Queen, but to you she was not just a Queen, she was a friend.
Have occurred. And really, I don't think I deserved it. But I think I was so fortunate to be able to have Her Majesty in the room that I'm in here right now. Many times she used to come back for lunches and so forth. And of course, I had the privilege of being at Balmoral and Sandringham and the rest of her lovely homes. A remarkable lady. I don't think there's ever been someone like Her Majesty. She truly carried our country in a manner that could not have been improved upon. And we are so lucky to have a monarchy, because so many other countries today are in disarray to some extent. Even the United States of America, with all the problems that they are having between the previous their prime minister, their president, and the current one. It's important for us as a country to see what Her Majesty has carried through for so many years, the dignity and style that our United Kingdom truly is. And the fact that you're there today in this manner in Buckingham Palace area with so many people wanting to still be part of what's going on today in itself is a tremendous statement of recognition of how important our monarchy is.
Yeah. Jackie, let's talk about your recognition with her. How did you actually become friendly? What was it that clicked between you two? How did the bond form?
I really don't know. It was because of the Princess Royal. Princess Anne, as she was in those days, was Sportswoman of the Year in the same year as I was Sportsman of the Year. And we sat together on many different occasions. And for whatever reason, we got on very well together. First of all, she's a very good driver, the Princess Royal. And she's an enthusiastic driver, as, by the way, was Her Majesty. A very, very good driver, and I'll maybe mention that later. But because of meeting the Princess, because we must have done about 6 or 12 events with our both being sports personalities of the year at that time, that we got to know each other. And I said, by the way, since you're so keen on driving, would you like to come to Silverstone one day? So I went to Windsor to pick her up, and we went to Silverstone. She drove a race car at Silverstone. She sat in the Formula One car as well. And she drove very quickly around Silverstone. I was worried about that. I thought I was going to get in trouble by the management, so to speak. And we somehow or other just hit it off. She's still a great friend. We don't see each other as often as we might nowadays because I live a lot of my time in Switzerland and I'm all over the world still in Formula One. But it was that relationship that created the opportunity to meet other members of the royal family. And on one occasion, the Princess had to step in for the Queen at a Windsor Castle shoot. And the Queen was the host instead of the Princess Royal, as it was supposed to be at the time. And that was where I met the Queen for the very first time. She came round and spoke to all of the guns that were there. And we just seemed to get on well together. My grandfather was a gamekeeper, and Her Majesty was very fond of all of our staff, and particularly gamekeepers, and a man called Bill Meldrum trained all our dogs, for example. And I got to know Bill very well too. And that relationship just broadened in a way. And I feel so privileged, and I don't feel as if I deserved it at all. But I should have been today in Balmoral. My son made a very lovely film on me. And the Queen wanted to see it. So my son Mark and I were supposed to be this very day in Balmoral for the Queen to see the film. Sadly, that's going to not happen. She just was such just a terrific lady in every way. And I think the monarchy has risen by the fact that, she's carried it in such a way that I think we're going to have, the speech that His Majesty spoke yesterday or the day before was just fantastic. I thought it was just a fantastic speech. He was a new monarch, and he carried it in a manner that the Queen would have been very proud. And I think that was a difficult move to see happening so quickly. And I think that's just a great statement for the future.